Hello fellow NHL07 modders, here with a quick tutorial on how to import custom default rosters into NHL07 for PlayStation Portable. Um, this game with very similar file structure as the PC version, but with some compressed differences that make this game a lot more frustrating to edit at times, admittedly. So let's begin. To model this process, I'll use the default ISO, the vanilla game, but in the Discord I linked in the description. We have created different rosters. Um, we've gone through this process several times. We've tested out other um, processes and with different rosters that we've edited. This is this is the one we've had the most consistency with, the most success. This is the one I want to model today. Firstly, go into UMD Gen, open up as I showed the your NHL07 ISO, export the entirety of the ISO um, into a folder. Mine's trial ISO. This process does take some time. Yeah, it shouldn't take too long. I got hard on stronger hardware. The extracting process is not as long. Um, so this is a new Windows 11 laptop for me, so it will be fairly quick. With other PCs I've used, older ones, they do take quite a bit of time. See, finished. Now you can go through the directory and export the folder the file if you want, db.viv file, which is the database file for the rosters. You can do that if you want, but for editing ease and being able to make quick batch edits to not only your rosters but also jerseys, logos, any other aspect of the game you want to edit. For ease to edit all those simultaneously and then put them back into UMG-gen and export, it's much easier too. So there's also you'll need the full the ISO folder and directories file system for and a very important step later on. Next, go to Big GUI, open the archive. And then you'll see a list of databases. The master database is NHL2007.tdb. Select that alongside secondary databases NHL Bio ATT, which I believe is biographical information and attributes, players, NHL players, and NHL roster, all TDB files. Essentially, the structure of the DB5 archive. You have the master database, which outlines NHL players and their attributes, biographical data, etc. Teams and the data associated with those teams as well. And then secondary databases link back to this or expand on it. These databases, DEL, German leagues, LHN, which is I believe SHL now, different leagues and modes, different parts of the roster you can use. So these just add on extra extra leagues in the roster, and then other secondary databases contain and different information. Like this one, I believe contains data, the attributes that link to players in the master database and players roster as well. You'll notice if you go into NHL view and which will go, you go to NHL view. If you open I'll model this here. So let's say I go to the static database, which is db.viv for the PC version of NHL 2004, right? Now this game uses a different engine and it's not it doesn't use quite the same file system as NHL 7, but its DB5 system is quite, if not exactly similar, so we can properly model it. Um, So when you're here, most of these features are available anyway, but you'll see um, like you have a wider access to different teams, and if you go to so like you look at Dominic Ball, like if you go year by year, so you can edit year by year stats, right? Um, but now if we use the if here, let's link it back. If you try to open db.viv NHL view, um, it actually says the press that's because of a different reason, but it won't open regardless because um it's missing a key file that allows you to open an NHL view. So that forces you to have to open um that forces you to have to open and the master database in the archive. So we'll export these files to trial ISO folder to the base, and now I can open it. So this is the file you have to edit NHL view. These are the unused player instances. There's a lot of natural errors in the default in the vanilla default rosters, so it does take a little bit extra time to upload. You'll see like Beats Battaglia had an empty instance. Donald Audette. See, there's just tons of different. Dan Bilesma, if you noticed that. Um, Very polarizing coach. Louis Erickson. Uh, anyway, so here you have access to these teams, but um you have but if you make edits to these teams, you'll have to make edits to the other secondary roster databases. See, let's resort by, and then the best way to show this, you see, there's no tab for year by year stats. That's one of the secondary databases you edit when you open the PC version of this. You open NHL stats. TDB is also open, and that allows you to edit. When you edit stats, they link back to the players in the master database, which we have here in NHL 2007 TBD. Can't TDB, but you cannot edit all parts of the database. You still have most functions available. So to model the change, we'll change some of the names of the teams and add some fun players, whatnot. Oops, accidentally deleted the copyright. Not that it really matters right now, but change Change the Ducks to the Anaheim Ducks. Thrashers to the Winnipeg Jets. Fun feature in um, NHL View. Hold on, I gotta scroll down. Select it, automatically sets the play-by-play name, and then follows there. Um, we can change. You can change the arena as well. Winnipeg, Manitoba. I always it's Canadian. Say like you don't know the name of an arena because I forgot it. Let's go on Crow Jits Arena. It's Canada. Okay, so I was pretty close. Just Canada Life Center. Okay, nice. So and then let's make another edit just to show proof that just for proof of proper function. We'll create um oh, stupid name here. Um, then you can kind of screw around with this, like, and obviously what we're doing on the Discord, These edits take quite a bit. Create a bunch of players, or you edit currently existing players, and have to organize them in lines and um, use different sources to confirm accuracy of rosters, or use different methods of trying to create accurate ratings. So let's just say he was born May 26, okay, and then whatever, like say slow and fat, but we want to just give him pure shots. Like 5 feet, 300 pounds, as much as the game allows it. I actually don't remember the limit for weight in the game. So I said something ridiculous like 1,000 pounds and see. 661 is the limit, which is very, very, very massive. We'll tone that down. Um, just trying to create something ridiculous to show you this. Player. So. Let's make his default team Anaheim. Give him a 3-year entry level contract. It's forcing me to put 7 years. Very weird. Entry level. So we'll do like 800,000 for 3 years. We'll make him a free for all player too. You can also have players in free for all, which is always so fun. Then if we go to transactions, free agents, let's find the absurd monstrosity we've created. Move him to Anaheim. Edit the lines. We'll put him on the first line here. You know, top line center. Not like Andy McDonald won the cup on the top line or anything with the Ducks that season, but yeah, he's off the roster now. So congrats. All right. So once you're done making edits, and obviously the edits I made were a lot more ridiculous than the ones that I normally do. That's just to display what you need to do. Sometimes, yeah, there's minor glitch in software, but not the problem. Once you're done with those edits, go to your edits that you desired, not the ridiculous ones I had. Go to Madden Extreme Database Editor. Preview what you're gonna need to do. So you need to create a folder. You can name this whatever you want, but I'll name it database CSV, and you'll see why shortly. Um, Open your file. You'll see a list of sub databases. You'll need to export 9 of them, and you see these are these when you export these sub databases, it's comma separated values. Hence the name of that folder. Oops, wrong. There we go. This is the most tedious tedious step in the process of importing rosters. It does not. There's an older version of this software which it would take several minutes to even load some of these um, sub databases. So it's a bit of a warm welcome that these are fairly quick. It's a lot smoother. I can't remember the name of that one, but not that it matters. Okay, so you won't need to make any edits to that. I think I accidentally made an edit. Um, here, I can show you again that all is well. No name changes. Now open NHL Bio ATT TDB. You can see these very familiar uh, sub databases that you just exported, and then you have to import them to update this file. Um, oops. Um, and be and make sure that the database you select, make sure the name um, is the name exactly matches the CSV you're importing. I almost selected DPay AI for DPBT as follows. Re-import this, just reload it. It was a bit premature. Save and exit. Repeat this with the other two secondary databases you exported from the archive. This one's by far the easiest. Smallest sub database. You only need to import one. Nice. You'll have another 6 sub databases on Rust. You only need to import 5. The fifth one is um, just the fifth. Here, I'll show this one. The fifth one just displays the version number. Alright, save and exit. Done with Madden Extreme Database Editor, go return to Big GUI, import the files that you previously exported, overwrite each of the files, recompress, and then rebuild. Um, go to this is probably the biggest reason you want this folder. I don't think it's not necessarily required. This process is not necessarily required. This step, but it provides massive insurance for your ISO. So go to so let's go to the USRDIR folder and the ISO folder. Um, Download these 4 folders. Files will be in the description as well, and you'll place them here. Um, these batch import. So these you'll need these tools to properly to import all the changes um, made to these files. It'll do this for every file in the game. We only made an edit to DB5, but if you make edits to other aspects of the game, such as jerseys, logo, sound, audio, anything else that which we discussed in the Discord I've mentioned previously, then it will batch import those as well. These just create header files and ensure proper function. They're great insurance, but they don't seem to be necessarily required right now. A lot of that is subject to change as we learn more about this game. Um, so once you go through that process, go to return to UMDGen. Um, battery warning. Um, Import the folder. And then import UMD data. Export as ISO once all once your ISO is entirely imported. After you finished creating your ISO, go back to here you go. Here's the custom, the ISO with the custom default roster. It's probably get copyright strike, I guarantee it. So now we go to edit lines. That's a different roster. You see, Cringe McDuster is centering Todd Fedoruk and Timu Solani on Anaheim's top line in this custom roster, and then I think I've made a mistake here with the strings. I would have to go into the string editor and update that. I also didn't update the Coyotes, which I just realized. That's usually one of the first these strings there. Um, I think the ones at the Play Now menu have to be updated in the strings editor. Um, but that's how you get a start on updating the roster. So hope you found the guide helpful, and uh, please join the Discord. We have tons of help, and with the process of editing this game is quite meticulous at times, but also quite fun. We're really the first group to do this. Our Discord originated with someone who's incredibly ambitious, incredible love for this game, wanted to mod it, made some incredible steps. In fact, the original founder of the Discord is the person um, who discussed this method of importing the roster years ago. I'm simply relaying it now, as the website detailed his method is no longer up. Pucktheory.com is no longer active online. This is a great way. I wanted to be able to document this process again, um, and show the ability and display the ability to update the default roster for the PSP version of NHL 07 again. Um, that is it for this video. Um, again, highly recommend joining our Discord. Otherwise, goodbye.